Hey everyone, I'm Mary Kwiatkowski, and I am here to introduce a brand new, exciting show for the Rob as a Podcast Network. Destination X, the new NBC reality TV show. And you might be wondering, what the X is this? Well, it is a new travel show brought to you by NBC that will be on Peacock and will be showing starting Tuesday, May 27th at 10 p.m. and then will come out on following Tuesdays. And here to cover the show with me is my fabulous co-host, Sasha Joseph. Sasha, what do you want to say about Destination?
Yes. Oh, first of all, so excited to be talking about this with you. And listen, folks, we think that this show is so much fun. We've already watched episode 1, so we're just here to preach the gospel of Destination X to you. It's time for all of us to be X-Men, all right? Because we're gonna be watching 12 strangers and maybe 3 people that you know, uh, in an adventure of a lifetime across Europe where they're going to be following really fun clues. They're going to have to use their brains and use Europe as their game board to understand where they are without any um without any understanding and explanation from production. It's so
Yeah.
fun.
This is gonna be great. It's really fun to jump into a show right at the beginning here.
Yes.
Don't you want to be the part of the group to watch the first episode of a brand new reality TV show? If you are into social strategy games, travel, you'll love this. It's sort of part GeoGuessr meets Amazing Race meets the Mole. There's all kinds of elements here that you'll love. If you've been paying attention to the We Know reality TV feed, you will have probably seen that Rob has released a intro video talking spoiler free with Josh Martinez, who is also on this show. So
Mhm.
if you're a fan of Big Brother, fan of the challenge, fan of Josh, you might want to also check it out. And we've got some other notable names coming to the show as
Yeah.
well in the next couple episodes. So definitely check out our coverage. We will be going live on the Rob as a Podcast YouTube channel for our coverage right after every episode, doing some nice exclusive destination exit press as well. So we'll make sure you see that. But yeah, after watching our first episode, Sasha, what might people come to expect from this show?
Yes, I think you're gonna expect one fun personalities. The cast is so much fun, y'all. Hilarious people, and we're gonna be falling in love pretty quickly as well. And I think it's going to be really fun to get to understand and play along. I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
really big piece of this show. Like you said, if you're enjoying GeoGuessr, which is a game that you get to play online where you're dropped off in the middle of a Google Street View and you get to kind of decide where the X you are. So this is the, again, IRL or in real life version of that. So we're going to be seeing guessing. You get to put your Sherlock Holmes hat on and decide through challenges and the clues that we're given to decide where you are. And what's really exciting is we're kept mostly in the dark as well up until the ending. So we get to really play along and understand specifically where we need to be, because you can't just decide what country you're in. You need to
Mm-hmm.
be as close to your final destination city as possible, and it's going to be a fun way to get there. We're going to have some fun intro challenges as well. So get I think folks should get excited, because even though you might think you know Europe, it's the way that they turn it on its head. It feels really exciting.
Yeah. And so each episode, the players in the game are going to be on a bus where they're completely blindfolded. They can't see out of it. And they will disembark in unique, unfamiliar tourist locations where they will have to solve clues done by challenges, make alliances, strategize, maybe betray some of those alliances. We'll see, in order to gain an advantage on the guessing. And then in each episode, a certain number of people will have to go to the map room. And in the map room, that's where they have to pick where they think they are and the person who's farthest away off the bus out of the game. So It's very fun. I was really happy with the amount that we could play along. I know
Mhm.
that if you're someone who's well traveled, you might feel like you have a little bit of an advantage. But I am not the best at geography, and I still found a way to be like, I think I know what that clue's pointing to, and it's very very fun. We've seen NBC do a really good job casting new players of games with other shows, and I don't think this one's going to be any different. Already, first episode, I feel like we are given a taste of a lot of new faces. I like that the show keeps it pretty small with
Mhm.
only
Well,
12 people on the show. So you kind of get a feel of who everyone is. There's definitely some big personalities, some people I'm very intrigued with. And I'll just say, without giving anything away, some people out of the gate playing very hard in ways that
yes.
I was not expecting for this show. So I love to see it. Love to see some new immersive gameplay and some strategy happening here. And yeah, I'm really excited. What do you feel about how the challenges work, Sasha?
Yeah, I think the challenges have been so funny where again, I think it's a strength of casting the way they're
Mhm.
able to kind of take something that's we get riddles, we get, scavenger hunts, right? We have a little bit of all of it in the country of origin. So I thought that was really exciting because the challenges felt easy like for us at home. We could even try to solve it and they felt just hard enough that our contestants were still tripping over themselves a little bit to figure out where the X we are, where the X they could be. So I think there's a lot of like context clues. There's a lot of like this could be this, but this could also be this, which is why I think Europe is a really exciting game board because so many of the European countries could interchange for each other. So I think that's where if you know a lot about travel, it's great, and I think you can maybe even poke some fun at some of these players. Or if you don't know as much, I think it's a fun like, oh, this is why you would pick X, Y, and Z. So I feel like it's something for everyone, and if you're looking for a good summer show right now that maybe some of the other shows are on hiatus, this is it. I think this is like the really fun, easy to watch summer show.
Yes. And especially because with other travel shows, there's a lot of openness that they get to experience. In this show, we also get some of the best elements of things like Big Brother, where they're trapped on a bus, a small area. And
Mhm.
I think with the alliances and the gameplay constantly shifting, I think that claustrophobia might come into play a little bit. Can't get away from your allies, can't get away from your enemies. So I think that's going to be great. Also, we should mention hosted by Jeffrey Dean
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yes,
Who
a
would have thought?
king. And he comes off so fun in this first episode, y'all. He is like just the right amount of like silly, mischievous, but serious in some moments. So I really appreciate every all the levity he's able to bring to the show as well, and just his like personality. I'm loving it.
Yes, it's great. So definitely follow along with us. Make sure that you are subscribed,
Yes.
Sasha.
Yes, listen, y'all. Y'all know the deal, okay? If you like our coverage, we're gonna be doing exit interviews. You're gonna get episodes coming, our recaps right after, okay?
Hmm.
Quickly after the episode. So if you're up at 11 p.m. Eastern, or for us West Coasters at a normal time, we'll be there. All right. We'll be posting our episodes. And how are you going to keep track of said episodes? Well, all you need to do is make sure you're subscribed either on YouTube, because listen, you want to see our beautiful faces up on YouTube. So we'll be live, or not live, but we'll be premiering on the Rob Has a Podcast YouTube channel. And if you just want to listen to us on the audio feeds, just go to we know destination X.com, and that's where you can subscribe to the podcatcher of your choice, and this just helps us out. And listen, it's a new episode, it's a brand new show. We need to tell NBC, listen, we hear you, we see you, we need to keep going. And how are we going to do that? By y'all subscribing, by y'all liking, by y'all tweeting about the show, by I will not say the blue sky thing, but posting about it on social media. All right, let's get some buzz going, cuz I really think that this is like a perfect easy summer show.
Yes.
And And we just gotta big up people that we believe in. So make sure you do all of that so that you get our exit interviews. Because listen, we gotta keep going with them, but we have to hear from you that you're enjoying it.
Yes. And we've got a guest joining us on the first episode of the podcast coverage. So you don't want to miss that. I'll just say maybe a little bit of cosplay happening by our guest on the first episode. Ooh,
Ooh.
have to watch the video to find out about that. But
Yep.
this show, we're going to see immersive and emergent gameplay in the show, and we want the same thing in the podcast. So let us know in the comments any ideas you have for our coverage, your thoughts on the show. Were you able to guess the right location? We want to know. Play along. So, very excited to start this coverage. Very
Yes.
excited for this new summer show, Destination X. Check it out and make sure you follow along with us.
Bye.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.